there's one Madonna and there's one Whitney Houston and there's one Mariah Carey, and nobody can sing like them, nobody can be like them. But I think I have one record now and I have a style too, and I just hope it's gonna work. I just want to be as I am.
Why would you start on a shot of a bird when she's holding a note like that? And I love animals, but show me Céline. Oh, is she making a wish? That guy kissing all over her. Okay, girl, you better put your hands up higher so we know what's going on. Supposed to be a family video, Céline. Hi friends, your buddy Gilbert here with a very special video. Today I'm doing two reactions, that's right, two reactions to the music video Where Does My Heart Beat Now from Céline Dion, the American release and the Canadian release. Before we get started, if you like fun reactions and if you're a big fan of Céline Dion, or if you just kind of like her and want to get to know more about her, please smash the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can get notified when I drop another reaction video, probably going to be about Céline. I didn't even know there was a Canadian release until I was looking for this one to do a reaction to. I stumbled upon it and I'm like, wait, what? There's a whole other video to Where's My Heart Beat Now that I have never seen? Canada got their own video? Where was I? The reason that we are doing this is because it is the 33rd anniversary of Céline Dion's album Unison, which was her first English album that she released here in the States. There's a whole story about why she wanted to record in English. She wanted to follow in the footsteps of Michael Jackson specifically. Michael Jackson and Barbra Streisand were her two big heroes. When she grew up in Quebec singing French songs, she would still kind of sing, at least phonetically, English songs, even though she didn't know the language. She saw how Michael Jackson just dominated the global market, primarily the English language market, the big time. If you are singing in your native language anywhere across the world, that's great. But for some reason, people see the staple of really making it as being an English recording artist. And so she didn't want any limits. She wanted to record in English. And so she learned how to speak English for 2 months. She took a Berlitz course in Charlemagne in Quebec. And after 2 months, she got pretty fluent in English and tracked down, through the help of her manager, Renee, David Foster, who was known for producing Barbra Streisand. He came to Montreal, drove for like an hour in the rain to go see Céline sing under a tent, fell in love with her voice, and immediately was like, I need to work with her. What ended up happening next was history. David Foster is behind some of Céline Dion's biggest hits. We are going to start with the bread and butter that really started it all, and it was her first English language single called Where Does My Heart Beat Now, released on this day 33 years ago. So we're going to start out today watching the American version of the music video and then the Canadian one, okay? Let's do it. I love it. I kind of love that it's her first English. Like, this is really setting it up for a debut, right? The music video doesn't even start on her. It starts on the crowd, and it starts on her with a shot of her starts on her back, and she turns around to face us. It's very symbolic. Hi, Céline. She's so young. How old was she here? Do the math. She was born in 68. 22? Yeah, that's right. She's a baby. Look at the confidence she performs with. I love her Brenda look from 90210, right? That was the style of the 90s. Those jeans, the blazer jacket, the big curly brown hair. That's her natural hair. That's very signature her. She's never lost that. The caressing of her face that way, holding her face for comfort. Look at how passionately she performs. This is something that Céline fans, we've always noticed. She lives the song. She becomes the song. Look at the passion passion and the fire, as well as the dreamer in her. Even though she's obviously not as polished as she would become to be, the essentials of what make her Céline are all right here. They're all here already. Sing, Céline. I don't see any nerves in her. I don't see any kind of apprehension. I feel like she's just being her, and I don't even see like an over aggressiveness either. She just looks so comfortable and confident being who she is. Just doing what she does. Like she's been doing this her whole life, which she has. And I love that she already has her own style for the way that she's going to hold a note, right? We know that about Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey holds her ear, and this is so Mariah, the waving fingers and the holding of the ear. Céline, she always extends her hand, her arm out. You know, she's got these like fist movements, and she kind of holds the microphone off to the side of her mouth, you notice, because she's moving so much sound and so much air when she belts, and she's always aware of microphone placement. And even like her facial expression, look at her facial expressions, like it's all there. She's still so Céline. She has her own style. It's not Michael Jackson, it's not Barbara, it's Céline. Yet the essence of how they perform has obviously influenced her. That riff and that run was amazing, Céline. Oh, look at her. No fear. I think what we all love about Céline is her quiet confidence. She's very confident, but she's not cocky, she's not arrogant. She's just a completely understanding of the gift that she has in that voice. That it is a gift and that it can save the day with whatever she's going through, wherever she's at. And I mean, I just love her. I love the vibe. I love like the classic rock, pop rock vibe. I love that there's a band behind her. I love that she just gets to lose herself in it. When you listen to the lyrics are pretty powerful. It's about somebody who is trying to get over either a breakup or a death or something where they've lost their love. And it's, what am I supposed to do? This person was the beating of my heart. I'm still alive, but where is my heart supposed to beat now? It was with this person. And it just sounds like the sound of it, the production, like even getting into the production, it sounds desolate. It sounds like this voice in the abyss. So earnest, genuine, and there's a dreamer in it. There's this determination. There's this ambition that I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to either find my love or I'm going to find something where I need the echo to come back to me. Whenever I hear this song, I think of someone singing out, almost like the voice existing without the singer, just this voice asking these questions. What I will say is, and I need to admit something, Céline was not on my radar when this song came on. I was pretty young myself. So in 1990, I was 9. When I went to the dentist, right, like this song came on a radio station called KOIT. It's like the adult contemporary, like light rock, less talk station. And this would come out, this song would play, and I remember hearing it, but I didn't know the voice to the name. I didn't know that this was a Céline Dion song. And even when Beauty and the Beast came out, I didn't even know that that was a Céline Dion song. I didn't have the name attached to the voice, even though the voice was very signature and stylized. And I was like, oh, that's the same kind of lady. I didn't know. I wasn't really paying much attention to her at this point. But I kind of like that, at least for me, because it shows that Céline, although she's confident and she's bold, she wasn't so, at least in my face, so much that I was like, okay, I get it. You know, like it's like Death by Chocolate, you know, just so much in your face, that she was just being effortlessly her, understanding that at some point she would crack through and break through and become a household name. But she was willing to be patient. In fact, there's this interview that she did around this time on Entertainment Tonight, probably one of her first English language interviews, where she kind of talks about breaking into the music scene, and she brings up some very powerful at that time, current female pop singers that have since become legends. Let's check that one out. Flashback.
I love music too, and I love to sing.
And we love listening to you, Céline.
Yes,
now
we do.
47, Céline Dion has been in the spotlight for decades. E.T. first sat down with her 25 years ago. The then 22-year-old was celebrating the release of her first English language album.
Music is, for me, an international language. It's a dream come true to come here and to hear my songs on the radio. Because while I was recording my album, I was telling myself, you know, this is my first recording, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work.
Céline was born into a family of musicians and knew at an early age she wanted to be a performer.
I started to sing, I was 12 years old, and I told my mother, please, you know, let me sing, I want to sing. She said, oh no, my gosh, not another one.
A star on the rise, Céline was just the latest diva to burst onto the pop scene in the early 90s.
Of course, I admire like Madonna, I love her, and Mariah Carey, she's incredible, Whitney Houston, but there's one Madonna and there's one Whitney Houston and there's one Mariah Carey, and nobody can sing like them, nobody can be like them, you know. But I think I have one record now, and I have a style too, and I just hope it's gonna work. I just want to be as I am. Yeah.
Since then, she's sold almost 250 million records during her 30-plus year career. She's won 5 Grammys, an Oscar-winning song, and this summer will make her exciting return to Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace. But back in 1990, she was just a girl from Canada with a wish and a dream.
Every artist wants to be known everywhere in the world and go as far as possible in their career. So I take it day by day.
How can you not love her? She's so humble. Sorry, I was wanting to give some reaction to that, but you all should know, I don't like to usually talk throughout performances. If those of you that know me personally know that it's my pet peeve to like watch a movie or watch a performance and have somebody talking or talking at me or me talking. But I am on YouTube doing a reaction channel, so I try to push myself to speak when I'm doing reactions, right? I'm just so entranced by her. I just get pulled in when I watch her talk. Please tell me y'all feel the same way. She's so sweet and she's so sincere. It's like she talks a lot about how she's the baby of the family, right? She's so young and she's the youngest of her 13 brothers and sisters. So there's still like a lot of little girl in her, like the way that she talks about the world and her family. And she has this sincerity about her, this humility. She's always been very grounded. She's very grateful. She's just a very appreciative person. She takes nothing for granted. And so I think that's a big part of why we all love her so much. We hang on her every word and we just want to like squish her and like, we love you, Céline. She's just so positive. There's just like this vibrance that comes out of her, this positivity. And I'm susceptible to that. So when I watch her, I'm like, oh, Céline, I love you. So that's why I was kind of silent there. But I love what she said about there's one Mariah, there's one Madonna, there's one Whitney. And no one can sing like them. No one can sound like them. But, you know, I have a record out and I have a style too. It's like, get it, girl. She knows her worth and value. She knows that she's got the stuff, you know, and she's not trying to pit herself against them. And she's really not even trying to put herself in their league. What she's saying is she hopes that it goes well, that she wants her own fair shot. And boy, did she overshoot, because she's become such an icon. She's absolutely now, her name is synonymous with theirs. So I'm so proud of her. And to think that this all started, you know, in 1990 we have to say this, in the English language market, we cannot forget that she was already and the narrator didn't even pick up on this. They said, oh, she was just a girl from Canada. Not really. Before 1990, she had a quick, successful French language career. We should not acknowledge that she was quite big in France, in her native home of Canada. And it was just because she was breaking into the American English market that kind of the rest of the world took notice. So it was a very smart marketing move. I mean, I'm very grateful to Céline and Renee, her manager and husband, because if they didn't make that choice to come here to the US, I wouldn't have all of these albums that are my favorite albums of all time. You know what I mean? So very grateful for that. But let's move on. Let's take a trip to Canada and see the version of the music video that came out there. I've never seen it before. It's my first time seeing it. We're probably not going to be able to help but compare it to the one that we all probably know from the US. So I'm interested to see how it compared. Why is this the Canadian version and how different is it? But I'm really excited. So let's watch that now. Ooh, water. Kind of like water from the moon, right? Oh, yes. Sit up, Céline. She's doing aerobics. Oh. Wow. This looks a little Vision of Love-ish to me. Wow, she's so beautiful. Look how she was so young here. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm getting water from the moon vibes. Oh, did he just kiss her neck? Hey, mister. Her and Renee were about to get together around this time, right? The first kiss was at Eurovision, I believe. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, this has a... Okay. This is a different branding and a different marketing choice. I mean, this one is taking her more contemporary. You know, being okay more with the, you know, the sexy side of Céline. I mean, having bed rails like that, a candle... You know, her laying down and sitting up. I don't think it's an aerobic video. I think it's trying to get the idea of sensuality out there to you. Oh, bird. That was random. I want to talk to her. Oh, yeah. See, very Vision of Love by that staircase in this. Oh, yes. Sing to us, Céline. Look at that. The passion is there. That random water shot, I'm sure. She's in a bed. Again, any kind of shots of a bedroom and stuff, your sensuality is suggested. Okay, and even like the black with like, I mean, that kind of looks like Mariah's 90 dress. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of Mariah Carey from this. I don't know. I mean, was that the choice of the label to present her as another like Mariah? But again, this is Canada. They didn't go that route in the US, which is where Mariah is. So I guess that kind of makes sense. They didn't want her competing because she's with Epic, which is a sub label. Like, it's in the same family of Sony. They own Epic. It is Sony, essentially. And that's where Mariah was at because she was in Columbia, which is also Sony. Oh, so hot. Sing, Céline. Okay, I love ducks or gooses, but yeah, show Céline. Why would you start on a shot of a bird when she's holding a note like that? Or even this butterfly. I want to see Céline. I love animals, but show me Céline. Okay, girl, you better put your hands up higher so we know what's going on. It's supposed to be a family video, Céline. That guy kissing all over her. Oh, is she making a wish with those pearls? Get it, Céline. She's sitting up again. Yeah, we might be catching her working out, you guys, because she's sat up several times. Yes. Okay, that's creepy. 3 children, like, they're not the choir. They're creepy. I don't know. I need to see that. Empty pews? Is she on her way to church? She's gonna cry. No, Céline. Don't cry. She's walking a lot out there. She's getting a lot of workout. Those sit-ups, that long walk. No wonder she's so in shape. Look at that, you guys. The passion is that she is an actress. I'm sorry, but... So I don't want to get into it too much because I have already talked about it in great length. But if you read her book, My Story, My Dream, she talks about the actress inside of her that was dying to get out. She's always known she's an actress, but Renee said, no, you are the greatest singer in the world. And he's right. You need to focus on singing, not acting. Because the more that you focus on acting, you're pulling your time and attention and energy away from singing and producing the greatest vocals of all time on albums, live on stages and concerts and auditoriums, stadiums around the world. So she allowed that dream to kind of not die, but be suppressed. But her outlet for it was that whenever she would sing and approach a microphone, she would allow herself to become the character of that song. And she'd become the woman in that relationship, in that song. And that's how she got her acting out, was to live and breathe and put bones and flesh and a soul into the lyrics, which is why I think she connects to her song and her lyrics just as strongly, if not even more strongly, than many artists that write their own lyrics. People put a lot of, I think, unnecessary praise on songwriters. I don't mean to say that songwriters aren't amazing, but you don't have to write your own songs to be a phenomenal powerhouse singer and even the best singer. I don't think that you need that connection that you wrote it. I think there are singers like Celine, like Whitney Houston, that did not write their own songs, but they are the greatest singers of all time. So just putting that out there. But I love this. Sorry, I didn't want to bring up all these other topics, but I just had to. I'm just being real. This is where I'm at the moment watching this. I really enjoyed both of these videos. I would really like to know which one y'all like the most, the USA version or the Canadian version. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and drop me a comment. Fill up the comment section with everything that is positive and love about Celine. If you don't like Celine, you're not welcome here. Go away. I'm just kidding, kind of. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. That's where I'll see you. Till then, God bless you. I love you. Take good care. Mwah. Bye.